Woo-wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So, you know how they say when one dies, another takes its place? Well, my really cheap Rough Rider throwing knife, it broke in half. So, this came in the mail like the same day or the day after. I think it was the day after it broke in half. This came in the mail, or it might have been the same day, and I just opened it later. And I was like, okay, all right. So this is the Spartan throwing knife, and I'm gonna do a whole bunch of throwing with this thing. Not crazy about the way the sheath works, but it's a throwing knife, so I don't care. But you can see it's pretty big throwing knife. I don't like how the cordage is loose, and normally what I would do is just glue it, but I haven't done the review yet, and I can talk about it in the review. But if it's not moving because I glued it, then nobody's really gonna, they can not believe me if they don't want to. If they don't want to, even though I tell it like it is. I tell it like it is. So I thought to myself, how cool would it be after I pulled out those two hollow handles this past week. I pulled out, let's see. Damn, cat's been laying on them. You got cat hair everywhere. But I have this frost cutlery one. Boom. Stood up the test of time. This thing did really well. And then I have the very cheap $10 Harbor Freight one, which, I mean, this one's probably like a $12, $15 knife, right? And then this one is $10 at Harbor Freight. This thing has been animalistic. I've thrown this so freaking much. But I want to do a versus to some of the ones that are common. These two, and then I have two more. And I want to do kind of like a what's the best budget hollow handle knife that you can get. And it's going to be kind of fair unfair. I'm going to kind of work them the same, but it's unfair because these two have been used a lot. I mean, a lot. So the edges are going to need a rehoning, but it won't be the factory edge. That's the only thing that's going to separate it. Now, that's only going to hurt the cold steel version. What? It's only going to hurt the Harbor Freight version because, scratch that. It's only going to hurt the Frost Cutlery version because the Harbor Freight version seems to be the exact same knife as this one. So we'll get an idea edge for edge. I believe it's pretty much the same knife. I don't know. Or who knows? I could just go to Harbor Freight and get another $10 knife if I really wanted to. There's something about this one that got me really excited until it got here, and then it got me really disappointed. But I'm going to try to get excited over it again because I had to go buy something to make this one work the way it's supposed to work. I know it sounds a little goofy, it sounds a little odd, but that's just the way it is. And it's, of course, one of those Bud K styles, that SOA. I think that stands for piece of crap. And maybe not so much in this one, because if this is the same as the Harbor Freight one, it's going to be fantastic. But what I mean by it is this one. So this one, it's a little smaller than it appears. Yeah. So there's this one. I never even unscrewed it to look in the rear. It should have a compass at least. It's a long threading. All right, yeah, so it does have a compass that north is that way, except on here it's that way. So maybe the compass isn't so good. It does have a little survival kit in there. And people like to smash on the survival kits inside of here, and they say, oh, I would never use one of those cheap survival kits. I don't know, let's see. Matches, fishing line, fishing hook, that kind of, I mean, that's you. I can absolutely survive if I'm near water with fishing line and a fishing hook. I might be able to survive not near water with fishing line and a fishing hook. In matches, thank you. So there's this one. Now, I never, ever, ever try and attempt to break a knife. That's not my thing because I'm a knife guy. Knife guys don't try and break knives. We respect the art. But I have a feeling that this one could break. And not because of anything I'm going to do to make it break, but it's really, really flimsy. And these little rubber things just keep popping up. I'll go over all that. I would prefer it not to break, but I just have a weird feeling like this isn't made very well. I just have a feeling. So we're going to go over that and get that done. Now, speaking of the accidental Cold Steel name drop, Cold Steel. We have something that I'm super excited about. That's over there. Hold on. Woo! Back on track. Just as I was getting ready to grab this, my man Johnny came up with Shelly's new bug. We made a little trade and swap and deal with a little bit of cash to get her a blue convertible that he built up, and it's freaking awesome. I just unloaded a shorts, but we're talking about the next piece right here. This is the final piece of the puzzle, and yeah, it's a Cold Steel. And guess what? I still like Cold Steel. Just because I made a video called Boycotting Cold Steel, customer service there is trash. The new stuff is just going downhill. I'm not going to lie. This piece, however, is about 10 years old. Older Cold Steel. I've been telling everybody, older the better. Do I have some issues with this one? Yeah, I do, and I'll tell everybody what it is. But this one came straight from Nathaniel and Sarah, the Pierces, just some awesome people. I have some pretty big problems with like the design in this one, but I cannot wait to swing it. It sounds. Hold on, what? It just feels like it's going to hit. Basket's on the wrong side. I'm a lefty. What do you want? It's still going to work, but it's going to be fun. So I've got the old Cold Steel getting ready to go, and we're going to do a whole battle on budget hollow handles, because if I wanted to really rip out the best of the hollow handles, I got a couple of them in there ready to go that would overshow anything. But this is going to be fun, this Cold Steel Saber. Can't wait to get into this. So that's it. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to go. Plus, I still have my D-Bad Gladiator coming from the Kukri House. I just talked to my guy, Usman, Krakow Knives. He had a little bump in the road, and things are just taking a little bit longer. But the Arizona Bowie is going to be coming back. It's back on track. It's back into the production. He just had some things. Outside of that, we got a few more knives coming in, and we might even be seeing some more from Kraken. Ooh, Kraken. Maybe even Bastard Knives. Ooh, we'll soon find out. But I'm excited. Let's get this party started. Got the dog sniffing my elbow. Hi, I'm Donnie Baldy. Till next video.